Roy, coordinator for the City of Kingsport's Cultural Arts Division, and I'm here today with Tina Radke with the Arts Council of Greater Kingsport, and you are the newbie on the block.
Yes.
Brand new employee with the Arts Council for Greater Kingsport, heading up the Arts for Kids program, and I know you have just jumped in your job with both feet, doing a great job. And the first week, tell us about the first week on the job.
The very first week we had a tap dancing duo coming in from Atlanta, Georgia called Tip Tap 2, and the very first week I was here we had a workshop with them and got to learn some tap dancing and had workshops for Black History Day at the Renaissance Center.
Yeah, that was an all-day event, and I know you were all smiles that day, so I know that it went well, and you didn't book the group, but you had to jump in there and take the group to the finale there, and it was just well received at the Renaissance Center. So I know, and then the workshops I think were up on the third floor where they were teaching everyone how to tap dance. How did that go?
It went really well. They did a performance and then they did a workshop and then performed again in a workshop, and at the second performance the people from the first workshop actually got to perform at the end of their second performance, so to show what they learned. And I got to learn some tap dance too.
Oh, so you're ready? Are you going to do a show here today?
No. There's not music.
Okay.
So we're good.
Well, I'm glad your first event went very, very well. I think you had another workshop this past Saturday as well.
We did. Patty Lawrence, who did the Recycled Birds installation at the new building in Kingsport, came and did a workshop with the kids, and they did bird interpretations. She went over birds throughout history and even covered Dr. Seuss, since last week was Dr. Seuss week, and then they got to use a lot of different mixed media and create their own bird interpretations.
That's
great. A lot of fun.
So I know that exhibit will, the bird exhibit will be in the Higher Ed Center, and that is going to be awesome when it's completed.
Yeah.
She's been working on that for a long time, and that's Patty Lawrence, who's one of our local artists, and she has an art store downtown, and we're just really, really happy to have Patty as one of our local artists contributing to our public art effort as well. So that's great. And then of course Arts for Kids doesn't stop there. I know you have something going on every month, and I think we're also getting ready for our summer camp already.
Oh yes, we have 3 more outreaches with the bird interpretations this month with Patty Lawrence, and then next month we have the Big Read coming up. We're participating with Kingsport Theater Guild and the City of Kingsport with the Big Read program, and then in June we have the Summer Arts Camp.
That'll be great. Now, what age is on the arts camp?
We have a half day for 4 to 6-year-olds, and that's from 8 a.m. until noon. Right. And then we have a full day for rising 1st through 8th graders, and that's from 8 a.m. until 5.
And I know that the camp fills up every year, and there's a waiting list. I think that's what, the 3rd week?
Yes.
Of June.
Yes, it's the 3rd week of June.
So you need to get your registrations on in. So tell Kingsport how they can get their kids and their grandkids signed up.
Okay.
And get that in the works early.
All right, you can go to kingsportarts.org and you can fill an application there, or you can call the Kingsport Arts Council office.
And that number is 392-8420.
Yes.
It takes you a few weeks to learn that.
Yes.
392-8420. You got everything else down there. So that's good. And that arts camp covers everything in the arts. They have workshops in dance and music.
We have dance, music, theater, pottery, all the types of different media. We're going to cover watercolor. We're going to do some wax and some chalk. So we're going to have all different genres of art.
And I know all of the arts groups help sponsor those workshops each day. And I know last year they did drumming. Yes. And I know the kids absolutely.
Huge hit.
Yes, it is always a huge hit when the drumming is anywhere in the Renaissance Center.
Oh, yes.
Of course, the summer camp will be in the Renaissance Center.
Yes.
It'll be throughout the entire building, and we'll be looking forward to that. So be sure and get your registration in now for the summer camp, because it will fill up.
Yes, most definitely.
And it will be a waiting list, and that'll be great. Well, Tina, thank you for being here today and talking, and we'll look forward to you coming back on a regular basis and telling Kingsport all about what's going on with the Arts Council and the Arts for Kids.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Tina.
All right.
I'm now talking with Samantha Hoyt, who is a board member on the board of directors with the Arts Council of Greater Kingsport. And I know, Samantha, you've been on the board less than a year, but you are doing a great job as a volunteer and working on 2 or 3 projects. I know you jumped in right right off of the bat last year with the Arts Crawl that we did the first one in September. Tell us about your involvement with that.
Okay, well, when I came here, they were planning the Arts Crawl. And I guess, part of it was, getting prepared and deciding what would be the best way to approach that. And, the Arts Crawl is to bring awareness to artists, all over Tennessee, all over Kingsport. And it's to bring people throughout the region and so that they can go throughout the downtown. Basically, it usually consists of galleries throughout downtown Kingsport. I think last year about 6 locations participated, and there's a lot more galleries than there used to be downtown, which is really awesome.
This year there's already at least 9, I think, stops.
There actually is, and actually one of them is the dance studio. I know that the ballet is also participating. I mean, we want to eventually have the Arts Crawl include all types of artists.
Right.
Not just painting and sculpting and dance, but also there's film, there's digital art, there's tons of art in the area, and we want Kingsport and the Tri-Cities and beyond to be aware of that and what's going on in Kingsport.
And I know we had the first one in September of last year. We're going to have the second one this spring.
Yes.
And that date is
April 29th, and it's from 5 to 8:30. And basically, I think you can pick up your tickets at the State Theater Marquee in downtown on Broad Street.
And I think you can buy them in advance, right?
You can, $30 in advance if you go to www.kingsportarts.org.
And you can also online.
Yeah. Or you can also call the Arts Council or stop by, which I believe it's 1200 East Center Street.
The Arts Council's located in the Renaissance Center, but all of the arts stops along the crawl are downtown.
Something else great to know about this is that a downtown restaurant will be partnered with each of the locations.
Right.
So, and we'll also have wine, and you'll have a souvenir wine glass. So you'll get a chance to, eat and drink, just little bites here and there, and get to experience the downtown and go to the different locations and see the art.
And I know the gallery in the Downtown Kingsport Association, DKA, was part of it, and they'll be on the crawl again this year. And it's just a great opportunity to visit, and we just keep hearing all kinds of positive things about the one that happened in September, and everybody, there's people already getting their tickets for the one in April.
It's true. We had one in the fall, and people loved it so much we were actually just going to have an annual Arts Crawl. And people love the one in the fall so much that they asked for one in the spring.
And I think it's really good that you are including even different kinds of art, like the ballet is going to be included, and art that's in some of the other shops that are not necessarily an art gallery, but there's art being displayed in another shop, and they're going to be included. So there's lots of food, from what I understand, more food than you will be able to eat, and then of course wine to sample at each stop. And you get a little passport?
You get a little passport, and everyone actually loved those, and I think most people from last year still have theirs. It is just a really cute, token to have and take with you. And actually, something also to know is that, there will be new art in the spring crawl. It won't just be, what was in the fall. You'll come and see new things.
So even though it may be the same art gallery, it'll have all different art to see.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
That'll be great.
And then at the end, so it's from 5 to 8:30, 8:30 to 9, there's going to be the Arts Awards.
That's right. Yeah, that'll be added in the spring. So tell us about the Arts Awards part of it this year.
Well, okay, the Arts Awards, basically there's 3 Arts Awards this year. And I know one is Art Leadership Award, the other one is Distinguished Patron Award, and then there's a Distinguished Artist Award. You can get the nominating forms on kingsportarts.org, and I know they're taking them through March 22nd, I believe it is. And then after that, they'll be tallied by an outside arts professional. And actually this year, I believe it's a sterling silver plaque or desktop piece that was artist was actually commissioned to make the art award. So it's really special because it stays in the area.
And I think that happens every time there is a commissioned piece that's given as the awards. And that's always very, very special.
So that'll be a lot of fun. And there'll be champagne and desserts at
that'll be following the Arts Crawl, so it'll just be an entire evening of it. And
it will be.
And it'll start at the State Theater.
It starts at the State Theater.
And that's where you'll get your little wristband and your passport.
And you'll have, the passport has all the locations and their addresses, and then you can kind of pick and choose wherever you want to go in the downtown. You don't have to go a certain route, but I know that the end stop is the banquet hall in downtown Kingsport, where they'll have the arts award. So
and
it'll be
everything goes
fun.
on in downtown. This is a great opportunity to promote downtown, first of all, and then of course to see all of the beautiful art in the art galleries. And also can't pass up the opportunity to thank Carolyn Pearson Cook.
Yes.
I mean, this idea has been bounced around for 2 or 3 years. And I mean, last year at a board meeting, Carolyn said, let's just do it.
Yes.
And she just pulled it together, pulled a committee together, and it just started happening. The energy, her energy is contagious.
I totally agree.
And it just happened and was a great event. And here we are going to do it again, and we hope to make it a semi-annual, I guess you would say, or 2 times a year in the spring and in the fall.
Would love to keep it going and make it even bigger, and eventually have an entire website just devoted to the arts crawl. And there's so many awesome things going on with the arts in the area, and I think that everyone just needs to be aware and come to the events, because it'll only continue to grow from here.
And then an additional thing with that is it's also a fundraiser for the Arts Council of Greater Kingsport. So all proceeds from the ticket sale will go back to the Arts Council to help fund the other programs and to make the next one bigger and better. So be sure and get your ticket. Go ahead and get your ticket.
It's a lot of fun.
Now.
You'll be missing out if you don't do it.
Yeah,
it's a great event, and I definitely encourage you to come and bring your friends, all your friends.
And get your ticket ahead of time, as I think there is a limit, and I think it was sold out last year.
Right.
There's a limit of how many tickets will be sold.
Yep.
So as always, go on kingsportarts.org.
Yes.
Call the office, or the office is in the Renaissance Center on the 2nd floor. And you can always come by the Arts Council office, and there is a brochure rack out on the door that has all of the applications and the Arts for Kids information. Anything that the Arts Council is doing is in that brochure rack as well. So
and it's
if
not just
no one
limited
is there, get those.
Yeah, sorry, it's not just limited to Kingsport.
Right.
Anyone can come.
And it's a great opportunity to showcase downtown and to get all of our artists involved, and starting to get just a continued growth of energy and excitement about it. So we thank you very much
for having
your
me
volunteer
here.
efforts with the Arts Council and for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, thank you. My next guest is Mark Kilgore. Mark is the coordinator for the Community Services in Parks and Recreation. And Mark, it seems kind of odd maybe that we're talking about Parks and Recreation and the arts, but one thing we want to share with the community today is all the good things you do within the arts in the community centers.
Yes, most people think that we're just throw out a ball and play games and all those. We do those kind of things and make it fun, but we also have an art component that we've added to our programs and been going on for several years. One of the newest programs that we're doing is a partnership with the Kingsport Art Guild with Kathy Hawk and partnered with Girls Incorporated, and we're having an art sort of, it's called a junior paint-in, but it's doing art with elementary and middle school age groups, and they're learning with pencil art and drawing and watercolors, and this is on Thursdays from 5 to 6 at Borden Park Community Center. And just getting them more involved in some art projects and things that we're wanting to do in the future. But it's also introducing a lot of kids that don't get always that chance to participate in the art. But so far we just had one meeting, so it's open and free to the public. So every Thursday so far, going through April.
When we talk about how ideas become realities, I know this junior paint-in has been talked about for a year or two, and of course Kathy Hawk, another fantastic volunteer in the community, and the Art Guild said, let's make it happen.
Right.
And so we met first at the Renaissance Center on Thursday and had the junior paint-in classes there, and now we're over at Borden Park, and it's free to the community, and anyone is welcome to come and bring your
Right, we had about anywhere from I believe 10 to 12 last week, and so we're willing to take more, and it's open, it's free. It's at, if those that don't know where Borden Park Community Center is, at 901 Lamont Street in Kingsport off of East Sevier. So the more the merrier, and we want this program to grow, and this will run through the end of April. So we're looking forward to introducing kids to the various forms of the arts there too as well.
And that's every Thursday, and from 5 to 6, open to the public for kids. And I know we'd started it there at the Renaissance Center. There is an art instructor that it conducts the classes each week, and they've been incredible.
Yeah, the last class was wonderful. I mean, it was really awesome, and they'll change. I believe they're going to change instructors each week, so you get a little fresh ideas coming each week, and the kids, will learn something different with technique and from the various artists that are doing that as well.
I know parents come into our office in the Renaissance Center all the time wanting to find art classes for kids or what's going on for the kids that they can do. And this is a perfect opportunity to get your kids exposed to some art classes free to the community. And so just bring them over there, or if you want to call, you can call my office at 392-8415 or call you, Mark.
224-2489 or 246-4201, either one of those numbers.
We'll get you hooked up. Just show up on Thursday at 5 o'clock. And
Borden Park will take you. Just come on. You don't have to have any reservations. We're taking as many as that will come in there. And we also are doing a lot of other things with the arts within Parks and Recreation. One thing you've mentioned in prior conversations with people is the Arts for Kids program. We actually have one this Friday that will be at Riverview Boys Club, and it's the birds interpretation with Patty Lawrence, and then in April we'll do Tom Sawyer. So we bring kids, and we have members of the Arts for Kids within our Community Centers department. So, and also with the summer camp that you mentioned, the art camps, June 21st through the 25th, I believe. But we also have a summer playground program that's a camp that we take kids to that art camp as well, and we participate. Plus, at each site that we have, we do various forms of the arts with crafts and on a weekly basis. So we love to put art into our program so that we have a variety of activities for the kids to choose from.
And I think that's really great for Kingsport to know that any of their children who participate in the community center programs, whether it be after school or the summer playground program, there's always an arts component to it.
Yeah, always do. And our summer camps will run from May 24th through July 16th. So we offer on a weekly basis the art component, but also that summer camp's kind of a culmination of all these put together, and it gives them a variety of the different forms of arts. We've also recently partnered with Dobbins Bennett to do hip-hop dance classes, which is a form of the arts and theater. So we're trying to stretch it out and give kids a little taste of everything. So nobody thinks it's just drawing, which is wonderful, but there's other forms of the arts that might interest the youth in our community that normally wouldn't get exposed to it.
And kids love to dance.
They love to dance, and this so far we started out with a class. It's at Dobbins Bennett High School with the freshman class, and we're actually going to be partnering with New Vision Youth to do a separate class of hip-hop dance, and they're working on doing, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag, but they're working on doing a thriller dance, the Michael Jackson thriller dance, which is worldwide, became famous here recently with the passing of Michael Jackson, but just that will be able to perform all over town, so we've got youth involved in that form of the dance too as well that will be coming up in those classes. So.
Well, I know we talk as we plan to the future for any event or our cultural arts plan. And it's very important to partner with organizations. And I've heard you just mention at least a half a dozen. And Mark, you are so good at partnering with any organization that calls you. They just call you up and you jump on board, and are so great to partner with these other organizations. And that's how we can make the arts really grow within Kingsport.
Right, there's so many groups out there that have resources, and we need to work together. And you want to call me? We want to partner? Let's do it. I mean, you've got my number now. But
and of course the Girls Inc. The gallery girls who do a lot of things from Girls Inc. They're just a great program, and you work with Boys and Girls Club, and the list goes on.
Yeah, it just goes on, and we love it. I mean, that's what helps us to get through, not only in just financial situations to help with resources, but also providing kids and providing supplies and different things. So that partnership works well all around for everyone.
And of course, in all these partnerships, we've always been able to provide professional, top quality instructors for dance and for the art, and that's just great too.
Yeah, this is what they do for a living. I mean, I can't draw a stick figure very well, so I'm there to assist and make a mess, but we do. The artists are professional that do this for a living, and so we have provided the top-notch talent around the area for the kids to learn from.
And I know you were involved with the Black History Month events, and we had all kinds of arts in the concert and in the
drum circle, and we had it
just went on and
tap
on
dance,
and on.
step dance. I mean, it was wonderful. That was a great project that we worked on together for the past month and a half, and it went off really well.
So now we're into March, on to more things, and also talking about summer. And we hope the snow's over with, so
right.
we can get on.
We're ready for summer.
Ready for the summer playground program, and that is an unbelievable undertaking that your staff does. And how many locations you have?
We have 6 sites that we have, and we had 700 children registered last year. So we're anticipating probably somewhere around that same ballpark, and have wonderful staff. We hire some part-time summer staff that get trained and work well with kids, and so it's just a fun, all-out 8-week adventure. That's what I call it.
They go swimming and do all kinds of stuff.
We go swimming twice a week, go on field trips. We do, like I said, we have those components where we're doing arts, and we also are doing sports camps and maybe a science camp this summer. So we've got a lot of things in store.
Now, if anyone's interested in their kids getting involved in the summer camp, how do they do that at this point?
You can contact me at 224-2489, but also the city registration, we do take city and non-city, but city registrants will be first, and that date has yet to be determined, but it will be at the school sites that we utilize, and it will be sometime probably the 3rd week of April. We're still working out those dates, but you can always go on our website at kingsportparksandrecreation.org, and we'll have that information out there when it does become available. But we'll register for city residents first, which is $10 for an 8-week program.
$10 for 8 weeks.
And then a non-city resident is $30 for the 8-week program.
And even as a non-resident, $30 for 8 weeks is
right.
a tremendous summer opportunity
right.
for kids who are having trouble finding something to do.
Yeah, and I think we make it fun. It's like I said, an 8-week adventure. Look forward to it. It's you're very busy and very active, but the kids get a lot of great things to be involved with. So.
Well, thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
And we've been talking about the arts in Kingsport, and I certainly encourage and challenge everyone in Kingsport to engage themselves in the arts and get out and participate in one of our wonderful arts events that's going on throughout the community. Thank you.